to lose weight, gain weight in the most healthiest way possible, FNX is where you need to go. You're talking about a section you're looking to gain weight. There's a section you're trying to lose weight. There's also even a section you're trying to better your performance when you're out there trying to be the best you. Please go to the link that is in this video. But also, you have to look the part. We're trying to unlock that inner athlete in you. Speaking of inner athlete, hey, you know how we get down. So, fill up your shopping carts. Once you get to checkout, use the promo code BTSI for 15% off. Again, BTSI for 50% off at checkout. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the B.TS Show. I'm your host, Christopher J. Today's topic. Oh, real quick, my apologies for not doing the simulcast on Wednesday. Battling a bit of a stomach virus. You guys keeping up with the news. The peanut butter manufacturer Jif did a recall. we have that peanut butter. I've been eating peanut butter jelly for the longest, and yeah, I got. Along with some other bad eating habits that I tend to partake in. But I'm taking my antibiotics. Everything will get better. It's slowly getting better. And not only that, I have really elected to change my eating habits because of that. But we here, we good, we healthy. So do want to welcome everybody to the show. And yes, today's topic, we will be talking about how to save the WNBA and how transgender athletes can compete in their selected sports and it be a fair playing field for everybody. But let's go and get started. But before we do, you guys know what you need to do. You need to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on all social media accounts, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse as well. Feel free to, before we get to Super Chat up and popping, feel free to donate money to my Cash App. Participants waive all their rights to privacy, which means if you come on my show, you will be featured on my show, whether it be Clubhouse or whether I send a link for anybody to join. We are still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, I will give one lucky person $100. Just one lucky person will get $100. And so you guys know we're men of my words. Once we reach 500 subscribers, I will give away $50 to one lucky person. Bring the smoke, B.TS on Clubhouse. Please go follow King Tanker's heads up because he is doing the Lord's work, depending on what angle you want to look at it. His account did get clipped, but B.TS is still up and running. He has a new account. It is King Tanker's. So please go follow that brother, all right? So before we get into quick hits, let's hear a word from my sponsors. Today's episode is brought to you by Wavilo. Of course, you guys see me with my Bakari watch. Looks nice, don't it? But if I wanted to go out, just a casual wear, and it's kind of chilly outside. Not bad. Let's add some more color to it. Ooh, that's gonna look good for the photo shoot. Get with the brand that's versatile, that can cover you in all areas of fashion for men and women. So go to the link that's in this video, fill up your shopping cart. Once you do, the promo code is BTSI for 50% off. I repeat, BTSI for 50% off at checkout. All right, y'all, let's get into some quick hits, shall we? Simone made some controversial comments in regards to Martin Luther King and his leadership skills. Because Martin Luther King allegedly committed infidelity in his marriage, B. Simone feels like he's not a great leader. Like he's the okay guy. You're a regular guy. The issue a lot of people had, particularly me, is you're conflating what he did in his personal life in regards to what he did in his professional life, his activism life. Let's assume what Martin Luther King did was true. That doesn't negate the good work he has done for the Black community throughout history, even to this day. If it wasn't for Martin Luther King, I would not be able to do all of this, what I'm doing right now. he played a part in it. Now, I'm a firm believer that he could have handled the civil rights thing um, in different ways. See, we can critique him on his work that he did, but to critique him on his personal life and say he was not a good leader is utterly ridiculous. There's nothing that Martin Luther King did that warrants his life to be dimmed. I think this is another attempt for B. Simone to talk down on black men. Now, keep in mind, B. Simone does not like cheaters. Whether she was cheating on her, somebody in her family was cheating on, whatever the case may be, she doesn't like cheaters. And that's fine. But to internalize it the way you did and to lash out on one of the greatest black leaders, one of the greatest leaders in American history, it makes no sense. And because she did this, when it comes to protecting black women, one of the people that you're looking to protect are the ones you're constantly attacking. Ladies, you can't attack black men, but expect black men to protect you, especially when it comes to stuff like this. So, because of that, I hereby say that until B. Simone gets some act right, she don't deserve protection from black men. She doesn't. Who we got? Anto, what's up?
What's up?
Not much, man. We just barely started. Just getting through quick hits. We just got through talking about B. Simone and her foolishness, her comments in regards to MLK. I just made a statement. B. Simone does not get protection from black men moving forward until she gets some act right in the system. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get through quick hits. But how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Just relaxing all day.
It's good to hear. It's Sunday. We deserve it. Hey, next on the topic, the reasons why Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage. We found out that the person that attacked him, I didn't care to look up the name, although it's out there, is because the LGBT comments or jokes that Dave Chappelle has made. Someone decided to hop on stage and attack him. That didn't go all the way he planned out because that individual did not make a full contact with Dave Chappelle. And on top of that, he got stomped out. I had never seen anybody's elbows bent in that direction, in the opposite direction, the way it was. But it's well an ass whooping. Now, keep in mind, what people need to understand is this: comedians do not go by the same standards as everybody else does. Hell, I don't go by the same standards that everybody else do. So when he makes these jokes, he stand by his jokes, and they're jokes at the end of the day. Granted, there's a lot of truth in what Dave Chappelle be saying, but you're not gonna that action, that behavior did not warrant for you to go on stage and attack that brother. But you got exactly what you deserve. If you don't like what people say, don't support them, or find other ways to go about doing it. That man did it his way, and he got his ass stomped out. And I can't say that I'm mad at it. A lot of y'all getting a little bit too confident jumping on stage, thinking comedians are soft. No, they roll with the most gangsters of peoples. So y'all better stop playing with comedians. What's your take on that, Alto, real quick?
Well, we all know where they started. You know, and other comedians have pointed it out. You know, that once Will Smith ran up on stage at the Chris Rock, because that was on the open season with comedians. And black comedians in particular, they roll with entourages like rappers do.
Yep.
You know, so they had to find out the hard way.
That's a fact.
You know so we'll see if anybody else want to run up on stage. You know what I mean?
Hey man, I'm not mad at it. Let the people know who the real gangsters are. And All right, and let me cut my camera off real quick for those who's watching online in IG. My apologies. I'm about to turn the camera around. Uh, so yeah, my sincerest apologies. Yeah, but while the camera's cut off, we still gonna keep it going. Kevin Samuels, his funeral was the other day. I believe it was in OKC. That's where he was born and raised, or where his nearest where he grew up at. The reason why I'm bringing up Kevin Samuel is because, ladies and gentlemen, this man has been gone for about 2.5 weeks, and y'all still have his name in your mouths. You, if you guys are trying to go out your way to prove somebody wrong or prove somebody irrelevant, this is not how you do it. I'm not mad at it personally, but I cannot believe that. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Like, I posted people go to my TikTok. I posted a video where someone made a comment. It was sent to me, and my taking on that was some of your talking points are inadequate, if that's the right word. But what else is new? And earlier I crucified somebody in regards to a separate topic, and this is how you know you win a debate if somebody throws in Kevin Samuels and he has nothing to do with the conversation. I'm gonna do my responses to those individuals. Well, I did a response to one. Yeah, no, I'll do a response to both of them. But I'm gonna do. But it's like, come on, I don't mind it because my skin is thick, but I'm a creative, petty individual. So I may do it just for the fun of it. But the guy has been gone for 2.5 weeks. And yet, oh, okay, I can say this now. I can say this on my platform because I'm not on TikTok. Y'all have this man's dead dick so far in the back of y'all throats. It's actually kind of amazing how you guys are immortalizing this man. Like, he was gonna get immortalized anyways, because his teachings will carry on. But for this, if you guys are trying to forget it, if you guys are trying to make Kevin Samuels, you guys are doing a terrible job at it. But I gotta say, keep up the good work. Because I like when people think they're doing something, but they're really making themselves look stupid. Makes for good content. So keep up the good work. Ata, what's your take on that?
Yeah, I mean, the hate that's aimed at this man, I think what a lot of these women fail to realize is, it's actually, black men have actually, been sitting on this edge, when it comes to black women. And so attacking, this black man, he's not the first man that black women celebrated, who died where black women celebrated, you know what I mean? And, what's the message that we're getting? So the message is that, black women, even though they say, and I'm talking in general, even though they say they love us and all this other stuff, their actions are showing different. Now, some people are saying it's a loud minority. Most men don't see it like that. It looks to most men as it's the majority. Right. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm curious as to what's going to happen next because, you just, took a crap on not just, a man, a black man, but a black man that, believe it or not, is like many of us. Never mind his money and his suits. He's no different than any of us, and, his ideals, which, a lot of black women think that he made up those ideals in his head. not understanding that those ideals came from men like us.
Right.
And he just, he parroted our ideals. Even men who haven't been thinking it, when, who have been saying it, they were thinking it. When he said it, it was like, holy crap, I thought it was just me, right? And so they're going to be in for a rude awakening, And so I think, between the economy tanking and, black men are going to, attention is going to start turning away from black women. I think they're going to start to feel the squeeze in the future, and they're going to have to make a decision, as to whether they're going to hold each other accountable or not. Because that seems to be the tough thing. They think they can all do it on their own. Not having a sense of economics and retirement and all. They think they're all set. The government's getting rid of all those things. They've gotten rid of a lot of the safety nets, and they're going to get rid of more. And so when these women start showing up homeless, maybe we'll see a change in their attitudes. You know what I mean?
No, that's real. I told men, telling ladies, let the people that are coming behind Kevin Samuels to take his spot and basically try to eradicate his legacy. And I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the certain people. Right now, the community is in mourning. Manosphere, Red Pill, whatever. Everybody's in mourning. And they're going to give Kevin Samuels that respect. But people got a job to do. People got a mouth to feed. And they got content to create. And there's one person that's out the way. I still say late August, maybe early September. The women, ladies are really going to miss Kevin Samuels. And they're going to look for people like me, you, other brothers to come to their protection. And my thoughts about this has been the same. Like I said from B. Simone, ladies and gentlemen, B. Simone don't get no protection from black men based off of what she said about Martin Luther King. And ladies, we're keeping track of all the wrongdoings you are doing to us, especially, but really to this community. We don't forget. You're going to be looking for us to protect you, and we're not going to. If you want our protection, there's some rules and guidelines that need to be followed. Follow them, and we'll get to the right path. I have a list of things what not to do, basically. I don't know if I did an episode about it, a live. I did a Clubhouse room about it at least twice. I don't know if I did a YouTube show on it yet, but if we have, we'll get into that maybe sometime in June or July. We'll see. But that is quick hits, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get Brytn Smile in here. After that, we're gonna start the show. Today's episode is brought to you by Brytn Smile. Now, you guys need to keep your mouths clean, keep your mouths white, and keep your mouths bright between dentist visits. I get it. I understand. So here's where Brytn Smile come into play. Yes, good old Brytn Smile. Now, in this whitening kit, it comes with a multitude of things that you need. Starters, you're going to need a user manual on how to operate the devices that come with it. Next up, you have a shade chart to keep you posted on where your teeth fall on the chart. That is very beneficial. Also, these gel pens. Put the gel on each tooth. Do it correctly. Follow the manual. And, we have a charger. It comes with a charger. I wonder why. That's right, an LED mouthpiece. This is very beneficial, y'all, as y'all can see. For the blue, it is on for 15 minutes. And once that is done, let's go purple, pink, whatever color you prefer to call it. Let's do that for 10 minutes. Go to Brytn Smile. The link is located in the description. Grab a kit, put it in your shopping cart, and when you get to the checkout, the promo code is BTSI for 25% off. Again, BTSI for 25% off.
Already roasted, and all you need is a food processor. That's all it is. That's how peanut butter's made. Natural peanut butter.
I'm gonna definitely look into that. Worst case scenario, I just need to stop cutting corners with the food. I'm done. My body can't take that no more. It needs to be healthy food. It needs to be expensive food. And we're going through a diet change. I know I'm 330 pounds. Let's see how much weight I can lose just cutting off some unhealthy stuff. But I gotta get my workout back in. But ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the show. Let's get back. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. How to save the WNBA. I promise you guys missed a good room on last week Tuesday when we did this. Um, so please, y'all go to my Clubhouse. It is the B.TS show. Find it. Go to my room, the B.TS. Matter of fact, the link is in the description to my room. Go to my room. Go look for the how to say the WNBA. We talked about it. It was a great conversation. We came up with ideas, a little bit of back and forth, healthy back and forth. You guys will love it. Trust me. Now, I want to bring this to everybody's attention. Because when you guys watch the news, you hear about the contract disputes and how the women want to get paid more. Now, on eye level, based off of the eye test, I don't believe they deserve more money. And it has nothing to do with them being women. It's just the fact that business. What's your business looking like? Now, what was I getting at? Oh, yeah. How to say the WNBA? Because they want the money. They want to get paid as NBA players. There's a lot of reasons why NBA players get paid the money. It's not because they're very athletic. It's because of the business that goes on behind the scenes. God rest his soul. David Stern plays a part of why NBA players get these major contract deals because they're not just only focused on the U.S. It's now a global conglomerate, and you guys can go look it up. Matter of fact, there's news. There's news in regards to owners sending money to doing business with China, which is fine because that's a smart business move. Believe it or not, I know people have their feelings about their politics when it comes to business. I don't give a damn about your politics. How can you put more money in my pocket? How can we make more money together? So if there's one thing, speaking of Kevin Samuels, what did Kevin Samuels talk about? Fuck morals. As long as it's not illegal, fuck morals. Get your money. But how to save the WNBA? First of all, you need the advertisers are not interested in the NBA, the WNBA. Here's why. It's not marketed very well. It's hard to market. I'm not gonna say mediocre talent, but it's hard to market talent when you have a better product, which is the NBA. Now, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, WNBA is necessary. When it comes to fundamental basketball, I got a 4-year-old in the other room watching Twister right now. If he wants to learn how to play basketball, I don't necessarily have to tell him to go watch an NBA player. I can have him go watch WNBA. How to do the basics, dribbling, shooting, passing, that type of stuff. Learn the basics first. WNBA does that perfectly. And I would always love the WNBA for that. So that way, once you master your skills, now I need to go look at some NBA players and learn how they do it on the advanced level. But when you have a league that is just focused on the basics, it's kind of hard to market that. And the advertisers are not interested in that. Not only is the advertiser not interested in the marketing, they're not interested because there's hardly any fans in the stands. Ladies and gentlemen, on the NBA side, 40% of the fan base are women. 60% of men do good, but that 40% does a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, the WNBA, There's hardly any fans in the stands, and there's hardly any women supporting their own. The W in WNBA stands for women. Ladies, why are you not supporting your brand, your own? Why are you not supporting your team? Now, some of you are going to say, Christopher J, where's your team? The Houston Comets. Some of y'all are saying, you just made that up. What's the Houston Comets? What year was it? 2000 or 1999? I can't remember. I'll check it later. Ladies and gentlemen, Houston Comets in the first 4 years of the franchise won WNBA championship. The first 4 years. That was a championship team. Cheryl Swoops, Kim Perrott, man, I'll be here all day. And Van Chancellor being the head coach, we had a squad, and Kim Perrott, God rest her soul, she passed away due to cancer in the late 90s. In the late 90s, she passed away due to cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, why, if that's a 4-time WNBA championship team, why are they not existing now? They went from playing at the Compact Center, which is now Lakewood Church now. Then they went to playing at the Toyota Center with the Houston Rockets. Then they went to go play at NRG Arena. You just go Google this. Just go Google the settings at NRG Arena, and you'll get the point. They dissolved in 2008. A 4-time WNBA franchise disappeared because they did not have the support. They didn't have the advertisers because it was hard to market a team like that. Now they had the players, but they went on to do other things. And also, you guys, there wasn't paying enough. There was not enough money in the WNBA back then. There's no WNBA. There's no money in the WNBA now. You want to talk about the late 90s, early 2000s? Jesus. If you ask me, they was playing for free. No advertisers, no fans, no marketing. They had to downsize an arena, and then that's it. Ain't that something? Houston lost a professional team because the women, the city did not go to the games, support them, and buy the merchandise and stuff. And they're gone, ladies and gentlemen. They're gone. Learn from the Houston Comets. Go Google the Houston Comets. Go Google that right now. So how do we save the WNBA? Before we get to the transgender athletes, how do we save the WNBA? It starts with the women. Women, this is probably the rare time I'm going to have to say men take the lead of the women. Follow the women's lead on this one. Women, you want the WNBA to see? You need to go to these games. You need to fill up them stands. Buy the merchandise. I don't care if you don't know who's playing or not. You'll eventually figure it out. Go ahead and do that. Then that way the marketing team has something to work with, and that way advertisers can invest into these squads. And real quick before I give it to Otto, because I've been talking for a minute, here's where the NBA can actually help. Now there is a NBA has a existing contract with Coca-Cola, league-wide. And of course, they could have sponsorship with players on the side. Well, if I was the NBA, I would say that I would, number one, ask for more money from Coca-Cola, so that way you can push that. You can have Coca-Cola also support the WNBA, NBA, and a 2-package deal, and you could move the money to the WNBA, so that way they have more funds as well. That's where I believe the NBA could get involved and assist with that. Hey, I've been talking a little bit too much. What's your take on that?
Listen, when it comes to women's sports, women don't support those sports because women don't support sports in general. Even women's softball, which that's a big deal, but that's because men watch. And so if they can't get men to watch women play basketball, then it's going to be where it is. You know, I don't think. I mean, you could take money from other areas and infuse it, but it'll never make it better because men are not interested. Most men don't find those women attractive, and that's another thing that might get unfortunate, but it's a fact. If those women appeared attractive to most men, their build, they have a basketball player build, and most men are just not interested in looking at that either. So I'm like, you guys are not dunking, you're not doing anything, extremely athletic out there, and then at the same time, you look the way you do. So what's still left to be watching for? I mean, there's probably more men who watch like that bikini football,
right?
Than
lingerie football, right?
Yeah, because I mean, not only are the women scantily clad, but they're hitting each other hard. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like the best of both worlds. So, what are these? I look at it like this: like men shouldn't try to save the WNBA at all. Like you were saying, like the women going to have to go fill those stands. They make all this money they talking about and stuff. Go buy the jerseys, fill the stands, go do all that stuff. Because for far too long, they've been acting like we've been holding them back. Women have. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not our responsibility to save your sport. Go, it's really, interesting too, because, a lot of women like basketball, they play the damn game, they show up for the college games, but they don't show up for the pros.
Right.
Picture that. At least not in this country. I don't know how they do in other countries. So, but I don't lose any sleep over it because, everything that I've been looking at, with the feminists and stuff, it's like, you know what, okay, why don't you guys do things on your own and see if you can succeed at that? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like without men's help. And this is one of those things. See if you can do it without the help of men. So it's interesting, how they don't even support each other, but they act like they should be running things and we're supposed to sit back and watch them do it, but that's my take.
Yeah, that's a good take, and I agree with you. Appreciate that, brother. Now, let's get to the transgender athlete before we close out because I really want to do our last call. How to assist the transgender athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and say it. I do not like transgender women playing against women. I do not like transgender men playing against. I don't care about transgender men playing against men. Here's why: because genetics still exist. If a transgender, yes, there are some women that can be men in sports. So let's just clear that. Let's just put that out there, but not enough to paint a broad brush on that. If a transgender man comes and plays sports with men, depending on what sports it is, they might get dominated. Basketball might be the exception. Golf can be the exception. I'm not gonna put tennis. Some of y'all need to go see what happened when Serena Williams played against the men, and Serena Williams is great, by the way. Here's how you fix all of this, ladies and gentlemen. We have men's sports. We have women's sports. We need to have transgender women's sports, and we need to have transgender men's sports. That way, you have provided an equal playing field for everybody. Now, somebody's gonna say there's not enough people to play these sports. There might be some truth to that. There might be. I highly doubt it. I think there's plenty enough to get that popping. But if there is not, you need one person for the community to be the example, to be the recruiter. If there's not enough people participating, it's only because they don't feel comfortable participating and they need somebody to speak up for them, like a spokesperson. So in the realm of you trying to be the best athlete or the greatest athlete as a transgender, you might need to put that on a back burner so you can make way or provide a lane for other people to partake in that dream that was once yours. So yes, there needs to be a men's sports, women's sport, transgender men's sports, and a transgender women's sport. It provides equal playing field because I don't like transgender women playing in the women's sport and holding all the records because fuck it, it's the B.TS show. They're holding all the records on the women's side because they couldn't achieve it on the men's side. That's being one of the reasons why. Not the only reason, that's one of the reasons why. So yes, men's sports, women's sports. Transgender men's sports, transgender women's sports. That's how you solve the problem. Equal playing field. And once that happens, I need all that records that transgender women was holding in the women's sports to be not only, I'm not going to say eradicated, it needs to be transferred over. We'll do that. That's how you assist transgender athletes, so that way they have an equal playing field to participate. So, real quick, what's your take on transgender athletes?
Yeah, I'm back to that women saving themselves thing. I mean, they all want to be equal, and then until there's a man on a playing field, and now when they claim that they just girls. Now, as far as the grown women, I really don't care. It's the young girls who are competing for college scholarships that I care about. And, and it's unfortunate that they're not putting an asterisk next to the transgenders' names. When they finish in front, because they'll finish like 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3. However many are running, that's going to be to the front. That's what's going to finish that race in front and everything else. So it's really one of those things where I'm about protecting children. If they're trying to earn a scholarship, why should they get bumped out because I'm transgender? That's what's happening. They are taking slots. So, and I thought the colleges would do something about it. They're on board with this stuff. So, the only other thing that they can do is just not compete. They would have to collectively say, we're not going to compete. Again, they can run, but we're not running with them, or whatever the sport is. They can go out and compete, but we're not competing with them. And if these girls stop competing, then that would force them to make the changes you were talking about, because they're not going to make the changes. They're not going to care because everybody is like, progressive, and nobody wants to say anything. I mean, look what happened to Dave Chappelle.
Right.
He tells some truthful jokes, and it becomes a problem. His sponsors start backing away from him and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like a lightning bolt was going to hit him. So it's no one wants to just pay attention to the science. That's pretty much like, look, genetically men and women are different physically. Mm-hmm. We were born to be physically better than women, because of that whole thing where we're supposed to be the protector and provider. So we have to be able to hunt, kill, and protect and kill, right?
Right.
So of course our bodies are built for that. And, despite, I ran into some women this morning that act like, oh, a man doesn't have to do that and this, that, and the third. And it's just like, but that's how we're built. And it's even built into us mentally. So now, a woman's supposed to run against a man that's built like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I mean, we could take Flojo's record and compare it to the fastest man, and it's not even close. And Flojo was fast as hell. Ain't nobody ever beat. They still have to beat her record. I think one of her records got beat, but her main record is still untouched. No one's near it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and even with her being that fast, a man is that much faster. So they think that taking estrogen and hormone blockers is going to suddenly make, a boy into a girl or a man into a woman. It's like, that's bullshit. We still have more, greater lung capacity, more spinal fluid, and just all these other things going on that women don't have naturally, So what we're going to do is start doping the girls to keep up with the boys. Right. It's just crazy.
We're gonna get there. We are gonna get there. We're all going to get there as a people. It's only common sense. Like, you're going to have to stop worrying about offending people or being accepted by people and just actually tell the truth. Shout out to Netflix. He said, if you're sensitive, you can go. So Netflix will always get my support. Although there are some content that's edgy, but they say, hey, if we do it for you, we got to do it for everybody else. And I can respect that. But that's the main part of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get one last commercial break. Then we need to do last call because I need to give an update. I didn't see this coming, but I gotta say, I'm happy that it came. So let's talk to Aubrey Noel. We'll be right back. Today's episode is brought to you by Aubrey Noel, home of the sophisticated lashes. Even during the pandemic, yes, eyelashes is still a necessity. You might not be able to go full on makeup because you got to wear masks everywhere you go. So focus on the areas you can focus on, i.e. your eyes. And that's where Aubrey Noel comes into play. Today, I want to introduce you to Pixie. Ain't she a beaut? She'll even look better on you guys. When you guys get your chance, go to AubreyNoel.com. You get a better look at Pixie and sort through all the eyelashes. You got Monroe, you got Zola, you got other eyelashes that I can guarantee that you guys are going to fall in love with. Go ahead and fill up your shopping carts and look good during this pandemic. You can still be the best you, even wearing a mask. So go to AubreyNoel.com. Again, AubreyNoel.com. Also, you can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. That's AubreyNoelle. Aubrey Noel. Did not help. This particular lotion did not help me in the 90s, and it helped me in the 2000s. I put it on. I be ashy in like 3 minutes. Granted, my dad always got the cheap stuff, so that was a life lesson there. But now, shea moisturizer for men is what I use. What it be soap? Yeah, for soap, beard balm, oil. I use it because I gotta start taking better care of myself.
Yeah. Lotions are mostly water. You look at the ingredients, and the first ingredient is water.
Yep, that's what I always said.
And so, don't get me wrong, your skin needs water. We're mostly made of water, you know what I'm saying? Which is why we should be drinking the water. You know, not rubbing on our skin, letting it evaporate. But, you know, whatever natural oils they promise you is very minuscule, you know, compared to everything else they put in the lotions, you know? It's the same thing with soaps also. You know, make a lot of promises. You look at the ingredients, and it's like, dude, this thing's way down here. And you know, the further down the list you get, the less the ingredients in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's real. That's real. Oh, and we are back. I'm sorry, y'all. One last thing before we go. Yes, look at the bottom. My update says on Chaotic Truth Live. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a last month. There was this guy by the name of Chaotic Truth. He came on Lapeef Let's Talk. He was very. He said some things at the time that. No, let me rephrase that. The way he delivered his message did not sit well with me that day. How he went out some of the panels and that type of stuff and his stances. It just didn't sit well with me because I didn't know this guy. And then Six of the Goddess came. She weaponized her femininity. I want to put that out there. And that man exploded. He did not handle himself properly. I was taken aback and I didn't like what I saw. So much so that I had to go do record a video that morning and have it uploaded sometime in the same day. And I tell people, no, this is not how a man is supposed to conduct himself. I don't want to check for this guy. I don't think he's a great representation of black men. I didn't like it. You call it prisoner in a moment. Now, of course, he came back the following week. Lapeef invited him back, and I was shaking my head like, "What is this guy doing?" And I watched it. So now that I have an idea of who this guy is, or what I believe him to be, I can now just focus on his talking points. I was like, hold up. That makes sense what he's saying. When you get past the animation, the entertainment aspect of it, and for the record, when it comes to YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, there needs to be some type of entertainment part in it. That's why I like having audience members. If you guys have been watching Anton's Fight Club, you guys have seen me on there. You guys see my facial expression, and those are real facial expressions. When somebody was saying something crazy, yeah, I'm not doing it just to be extra intentionally. I'm doing it because I legit feel like that. There's an entertainment part about it. I'm just naturally entertaining when it comes to things I disagree with, but that's just here or there. But Chaotic is a very entertaining person, very charismatic, believe it or not. But once you get past that and you listen to his talking points, I was it makes a lot of sense what he's saying in regards to his views, his politics, whether it be police, how the house is supposed to be ran, a man's job, a woman's job. It makes sense. Matter of fact, we align. We have similar views. So I was like, okay, maybe I pushed the button too early, and which I do a lot. Most of the times I'm right, just probably not in this one. And every now and then, when I watch Go to the Manosphere or whatever it can be, I may see him in the comment section and hear his comments, read it, see how he interact with folks. And I'm looking like, you know what? This guy's starting to grow on me. I was wrong. Not only was I wrong, we was on the same panel last night during Fight Club. I sent a cash app earlier in the evening, said that this brother's starting to grow on me. He's absolutely right. We was on a panel in regards to should do single women keep other women single. Now that was a good section until a particular individual came on and ruined the vibes. I won't say her name. She doesn't deserve respect from anybody. I don't respect her. I don't fuck with her. Once you say something about my wife and kids, that's it. Like I don't believe in well, not fuck. I'll say I don't believe in hitting women. But had she said that in front of my face, given how combative she was that entire night, oh yeah, she would have brushed up against me and like, don't touch me. Because you did that, and on top of that, you said something about my wife and kids. No, we're done. We're not. I don't respect her. I'm not even gonna say her name, but I mean what I say when I say that. I don't go out looking to hit women, but at the same time, you present an opportunity, and on top of that, you disrespected me and my family. You don't deserve respect back. That's in regards to that woman. I'm not talking about chaotic truth. I just went on a little bit of a tangent, but I told chaotic what I said, how I feel, and I told him how I feel now is completely different how I felt back then. He respected it. He actually watched the video, and he said, "You can leave it up. It's good," and all this other stuff. So we cool. Everything's good. I have no problem with chaotic. I support the brother. And I just wanted to let everybody know if I'm going to go make a video about how I feel about you going in one direction, I'm going to make a video about how I feel about you going in the opposite direction. And I was able to tell that to him on the same panel. That's how men handle themselves. Once men say they're wrong or they did something wrong, they got something wrong, last night was an example of how men need to conduct themselves. And I appreciated chaotic response and acceptance to it, and we can move forward. Everything's all good, man. So chaotic, hey, you got a friend in me, man. You got a support in me. But that is today's show, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell any final words about the show today or anything.
Nah, sounds like you wrapped everything up tight.
Yeah, man. And I've been, who knows? I'm somewhat getting good at this. Took me a while, but I got here, man. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the B.TS Show. Before you guys head out, Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, and Clubhouse. Cash at me for donations. Participant waives all rights to privacy. We're still on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, I will give one lucky person $100. Just one lucky person. Once we reach 500 subscribers, I will give one lucky person $50. Just so you guys know, I'm a man of my word. Ladies and gentlemen, King Tankerous is on Clubhouse. Be advised, his account did get clipped. So it is at King Tankerous for Brytn Smile in this room. So, Alto, my brother, I'm going to catch you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, you guys. I'm going to be hopping on Anton's Fight Club tonight. I think you guys should do the same thing as well. So, my name is Christopher J. I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. Y'all be easy. Peace out. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. One of these days we are going to do after hours or something to get some music in here. Get some outgoing music. I like the song. But there we go. I like this vibe. Anyway, we are going to do after hours later on down the road. We're going to figure something out how we're going to handle that. But just want to let you guys know. But we'll see what we do. But thank you guys for tuning in. This is the B.TS Show. I'm your host, Christopher J. I will catch you guys next. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday. Y'all be easy. Peace out.